Good morning, everybody. Today I have Laura Bush with Peacock Proud Press. And you know what? Before I said that, I forgot to ask you, do you like to be introduced as doctor or not?
I don't have any preference for
Okay.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah, Dr. Laura Bush, uh, Laura Bush, it's on the screen, right?
Yeah, I didn't put
Yeah.
doctor and I should have asked you because you earned
Yeah,
that title.
I did earn that title, PhD.
Yes. So can you tell me a little about Peacock Proud Press?
We're an independent book publishing company, and we primarily publish nonfiction, both business-related books, personal development, and quite a few memoirs. My background, I got my PhD in English at Arizona State University, and my emphasis was in autobiography, women's autobiography itself. And I seem to attract a lot of people who want to write a memoir with a message.
Okay. I guess when I think about that, I love that. I really do.
Hmm.
I've been on the book writing path for a while, and I mean, we've chatted numerous times. My
Yeah.
path was initially, oh, I'm going to write my story because everybody likes that, right?
Yeah.
I ended up writing a children's book on awareness to mental health.
Oh, uh-huh.
Not, it's with an
It
editor.
can
So
be a circuitous path to
I
get to your
know.
books. And
I
writing a
really,
book is a process of discovery. And so that's what
yeah.
you discovered at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, the difference between, well, is a memoir basically the same as autobiography, or are they a little bit different description?
The terminology can get kind of muddied, and people use different terms. The hip and happening terminology right now is really memoir, but
Okay.
I distinguish a memoir from an autobiography by being narrowly focused on a particular topic. Like, I know you're interested in topics dealing with suicide, so someone's memoir might be, for example, we published Your Suicide Didn't Kill Me.
Okay.
And so it's about a slice of life, whereas an autobiography, I think of as a whole life story, something
Mm.
a bit longer. And that would be something like this autobiography, see how thick it is,
Oh, yeah.
about many, many different aspects of her life. Fear Not, Angels Are Summoned. So those are just two of our recent publications. And that's how I
Nice.
distinguish the two. Yeah.
So while you were in college, is this a route you thought you were going to take, or did it just kind of evolve and you're like, "So here I am publishing books."
No, I didn't expect to be publishing books. I was having a great career at the university. I was at Arizona State University, but I kind of got tired of all the bureaucracy.
Mm,
And also, I was making a long commute and to downtown Phoenix or out on the
okay.
Polytechnic campus. And I just, in 2012, 10 years ago, resigned from a perfectly great job and decided to start a book writing and editing company. But I soon added publishing uh, services to my company because I
Okay.
really wanted to provide my clients the whole gamut of services that they would need to get a book written and published.
Yeah, that probably makes sense though. I mean, I know the company I'm going through was before I knew of you. Um,
Uh-huh.
it's the process, it's kind of all over the place. It's not bad from what I've been told, so I'm not sad about buying in, but
Hmm.
it's kind of an all over process. And so
Well,
it would be
yeah,
nice to have an all-in-one person that helps out, but I
yeah.
don't know, I think that's pretty fun. What is your favorite? Do you have, well, probably shouldn't say that, right? Your favorite, but do you have anything most recent that you love that you've come across your desk?
Oh, a manuscript that has come across my
Yeah, or a book you've
desk.
just recently published that you can talk about.
Well, I am the kind of publisher who is very picky about who and what she publishes. And so I consider each one of my books or and authors that I work with kind of a diamond.
Okay.
And and so I love each and every one of them. Our most recent publication is this publication, which is a business book by
Okay.
Melissa.
So fun.
And she actually has a book signing happening at Barnes and Noble this Saturday, and I'm really proud of her and
Oh,
amazed at how she's being able
thanks.
to leverage this book to
Yeah.
increase her visibility and grow. So I love this book. It's about how ambitious women can have it all without doing it all. So
Oh my
she's
god.
my
Sure.
most recent author. Yeah,
Nice. Is she local to Arizona?
she is. Yep,
Oh, fun.
Tucson, Phoenix
Okay.
area.
Are most
Mhm.
of your people here in Arizona, or are they all over?
They're all over. I do have Arizona clients, but I've also had clients in Canada, Australia.
Oh,
My business has always been virtual,
okay.
and I knew about Zoom almost as soon as it came out, and I learned about it from Canadians and started
Okay.
using it. So it's always been that go-to tool for me that made it possible for
Yeah.
me to coach people, meet with people online, and I wished I had invested in it. I actually told myself at the time, invest in Zoom, and I didn't. And then the pandemic.
Oh my
Oops.
god, you're probably like, "Dang it."
Oh,
I know you're not one of
yeah.
those people. My husband's the kind of person that he'll look back at stocks that he's, like, sold off or whatever, he's like, "Darn it," and I'm like, "Why are you doing that? Like, stop looking."
No, I'm not sophisticated enough to do that. I just
My
told
daughter
myself, "You
started
should
doing it
invest in
too.
this." Yeah.
Yeah, my
I
daughter
used to
does
teach
it too.
people how to
Mm,
teach online, and so I did a
okay.
lot of testing of online software, and when I found Zoom, I was like, "Wow, I wish I'd had this when I was at the university." And
Oh,
now it's ubiquitous. So I
yeah.
knew it was great from the beginning.
Gosh, it would be fun to see, like, videos back in the day when it first started, what the quality and stuff is of them, like, if
Yeah,
there's any
yeah,
lag and all of that. I'm
yeah.
sure it was probably awful compared to
Well,
now.
no, it was actually really great. That's why I
Okay.
loved it. And the ability to share my screen, because when I work with clients on their manuscripts, I'm actually sharing my screen, talking with them about it, inserting comments. So we're having a whole interaction on the manuscript that's very different. I can't even do that in person because I might have to be on my computer and looking at theirs. So
Mm,
it makes it a very collaborative kind of uh, it's a very helpful way for me to help people write,
okay,
and so I love it.
that's
Yeah.
nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How, what, I guess what got you to be working mostly it's all women or mostly women?
It is women, but it's not I have probably I do have more women authors who are published, but I actually have men who are authors. I'm working with 2 men right now. No, I'm actually working with 4 different men.
Okay.
So it's just the topic, really. I think I tend to go and network with women more than in places where men are. But
Yeah.
I have people both and all genders, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. I know one of my questions that I thought was kind of important. What's
Mhm.
the typical age that these women are like, "I'm gonna write a book?" Like, and do they usually have they usually gone through some sort of traumatic experience? Is that kind of normal that you've noticed, or is that not a thing?
Uh, for my memoirs, many of the women have gone through one type of trauma or not, uh, but not for my business books
Okay.
related. And the ages are in their mid 20s
Oh, okay.
to all the way to their 60s. So it's not necessarily an age thing, but I tend to prefer to work with people at least in their middle age, and so they've really had time to reflect back on their experience. But there
Oh,
are some wise people in their late 20s and early 30s too, have been through quite a bit and have that kind of perspective. But it is helpful to become an expert, and that's who I'm looking for, is people who have an expertise on something that they're now ready to share with others in their lives and be speakers or use their book to help others. Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, going over to the NAWBO side, how long have you been a
Mhm.
member?
Oh, that's a good question. I
Oh,
think it's at least 5 years, maybe 4. Yeah, yeah, I've been a member a number of years.
that's fun. Well, we appreciate that, and we
Yeah,
love seeing you at the events. I know I do. I think I
yeah,
run into you at other groups as well. So I
yeah,
always
yeah,
find sometimes the women I hang out with or meet or network with cross
yeah,
at different places in Phoenix here. I'm like, gosh,
yeah,
where did I meet her?
yeah. No, I love NAWBO for the way that NAWBO serves women nationally, the women in business. It has a national presence, and it also advocates for women, in Washington, DC, and for women in
Yeah.
business. So that was one of the things that drew me to NAWBO.
Yeah, that's exactly what I tell people when they're like, "Hey, I see you at a couple different groups. What do you recommend?" And I say, really depends on what you're looking for. But for me,
Yeah.
yeah, NAWBO is, I think, probably the only one I know of in Phoenix that really is here and put together to be on that advocacy side,
Mhm.
and a
Yeah.
nonprofit as well. So I do
Yeah,
love that aspect of it.
me
And
too.
just so you know, we have some revamps coming, and a lot more is going to start coming from us on the board side of
Mhm.
putting out to our members what is happening, like what
Mhm.
laws are going on, what tips, small business things, women in business, because I think there's a lot of things that get missed. Some of our women, or basically women in business in general, are, if they
Mhm.
go out looking for resources, they focus on, ooh, women business, forgetting that you are also a small business, or vice versa. So we're
Yeah.
really going to try to push that out more and bring more light to that. So I'm super excited for that, working with a few other people on our board on that advocacy side.
Yeah,
And
that sounds great.
yeah, I'm so glad you were here. This was fun.
Yeah,
And I can't wait to see what other things you have coming up. And hopefully, I see you at our happy hour on the 12th, or our May
I'm
3rd.
planning on it. Yep,
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'll
we
be
just
there.
solidified a spot, so that'll be fun. This
Awesome.
galvanized spot should be pretty amazing. And I think the appetizers and stuff are like little sushi rolls, and it's very
Mhm.
different. It's going to be very
Yeah.
different.
I love appetizers.
I know. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being
Thanks,
here.
Susie, for this, and thanks for, your service to NAWBO and all of us small business
Oh,
owners or
you're
business
welcome.
owners who are women.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
very
love
much.
it.
It's
Thanks.
fun to have this conversation.
Yes.